Alkaline Wave asked a question that I have an answer for, but I realize you probably have a great answer for too. Any advice for new studio owners doing mostly hip hop? And if I'm obviously I can't ask follow-up questions, but if the question is, hey, I'm running a commercial studio, any advice? The only thing I would say, and then please give your thoughts as someone who's run studios, think of yourself not as much in the music business as in the client management rental business, because it is much more about booking time, managing clients, getting paid, doing billing than you think it is if you've not done it before. The commercial studio business is a part of the music business, but it's a rental business, I think, more than anything else, a client management rental business. And so those relationships are much more important, and having consistent clients and things like that becomes the important thing. Do you have thoughts on that?
No, just Kid Cutler's response is hilarious. Low latency auto-tune and room for crew. That's it. Yeah. That's it in a nutshell. I actually have a lot of thoughts.
Please.
Damn, yeah, I was a studio owner, and I didn't treat it like how you said, and it failed. So the studio itself failed, and me as a solo engineer became successful. So decide which one you want. Are you using the studio as a platform for yourself to develop your engineering skills, or do you want to bring a suite of rooms to a community to give access to low latency auto-tune, for example, and creative, just creative space for however many people want to show up. I didn't know why we built a studio for any other reason but for me to get good. So we didn't make money because I didn't book time. I didn't block out time for things that were just to make money. I blocked out time for things that I found interesting and wanted to align on and develop my craft through. So I would get the same people back in if they couldn't afford a fourth day, but we weren't done. I would go to my dad and be like, we need to finish this. So I'm giving them a day for free. And he'd be like, no, how? We can't keep the lights on that way. I'd be like, if the record doesn't get finished and come out, then how, So I was constantly fighting back against that model that you're talking about. So my advice is to pick which one that you're looking to do. Because if you want to be an engineer, don't build your own studio, or build your own studio in your house. And
being an engineer,
these are two different things.
Trying to do anything in the music business is tough enough. Trying to be an engineer is fucking tough, as we talk about a lot. Trying to be an engineer through owning a commercial studio sounds insane to me. Yeah, owning a commercial studio is a very tough business. You got to love that. There's a few people on here I know that watch some of these that run studios in LA. It's tough. It's a really tough business. And it's a lot of not getting paid by people and people blowing your speakers.
I got a call today about a gig that was straight up, like I can't talk about what the gig is, but straight up, you're going to spend a lot of time on this and there is a chance you won't get paid for it. Do you still want to do it? And I was like, yeah, I do. I think I might, just because you love the love of the music, you're just like that. And that's okay. Yeah. But that's only okay because I have other gigs that, are sorting that part out for me, right? Like all these types of calls come in at different times of life, different times of the week, different times of the month. And you can't really, as a studio owner, and that's you kind of can't have that flexibility or the model falls. So pick which one you want is kind of the answer to that. I don't have advice for the studio owners except for what Matt said, which is block out the time, make it sound as good as you can, get great monitors, get an acoustician and a consultant in there so people keep coming back because it's the best room in town. Like we don't need another studio that's halfway there. We need studios that are there and they sound great.
There you go. Noah, I work at Conway. It's a hospitality business. That's exactly it.
Yeah.
I mean, some of my favorite studios to work at, like I've been talking about going out to London. Some of my favorite studios in London don't actually sound the best. It's just that the staff is great and they're easy to deal with. And if something goes wrong, it gets done quickly.
But what if it was both?
Yeah, no, of course. That would be the ideal. Of course.
Yeah, and we don't have that many of those, so let's get some of those.
Yeah. So what you're saying to this specific person is, can you please make your room sound really good?
And be cool. Yeah.
And be cool about it.